Hello everybody, I welcome you all to Nandip Academy for UPSC and MPSC. Today we are going to analyze the Hindu column dated 17th December 2020. Let's start with the first column, which is titled Excellence in Diversity. Here we are going to discuss and we're going to talk and discuss about the emergence of IITs and the reservation that is followed in the IITs and what steps are to be taken for increasing the research orientation in the IITs. At the same time, what can be done uh, so that there is an equal opportunity given to all citizens of India. Let's start with the first slide. In the first slide, we need to understand four important words that have been used in the article. An understanding of these words is important so that we can understand the article. Let's see the first one. It's called vexed, pronounced as vexed. It means difficult or problematic. When this issue or situation is problematic or it is difficult, we can say it is called vexed. The second word is innate, which is a verb which means natural or something which is inborn. That is the meaning of innate. The third is affirmative, which is related to performance, and when a performance is dramatic or artistic, we can call it affirmative. That is positive. And next word is concomitant, which means naturally accompanying or associate. Something which comes naturally can said to be concomitant. Let's move to the next slide, which is talking about the history of IITs. You need to know that the first IIT was established in the year 1951, and it was the IIT Kharagpur. Today, the number of IITs that stand are equal to 23, which stand in the length and breadth of the country. The IITs are governed by the Institution of Technology Act of 1961, which declares them to be institutes of national importance. IITs are autonomous public institutes of higher education. Since 1951 till date, they have expanded significantly, and moreover, after 2008, the expansion has been faster. To talk about the reservation in these institutes, the reservation is governed by the Central Educational Institutions Reservation in Teacher Cadre Act 2019. This act governs the recruitment of teaching faculty, which has to follow the quota norms, and it also provides for reservation to OBC students. It is definitely an enabling law, because it provides an equal opportunity to everybody, as is mentioned in the Constitution of India, and therefore it is enabling. But as is pointed out in the article, that there is a mismatch between the demand of technological research graduates. And the example can be quoted of IIT Delhi, which has a deficit of 30% in its teacher ranking. Keeping this in view, the Ministry of Education has tasked a committee under the chairmanship of the IIT director to suggest effective implementation of reservations in central institutions and the IITs for both the teachers and the students. This committee has come up with a set of recommendations, which are: the first is to exempt the IITs from quota by including them in the schedule of 2019 law that is applicable to institutions of national importance, institutions of strategic importance, research institutions, and institutions of excellence. The second recommendation of the committee is that reservation should be given to specified grade of assistant professors, which, if not filled in a particular year, should be de-reserved in the subsequent year. And the third recommendation of the committee is to enroll for a government-sponsored preparatory program at the IIT, which will help candidates eligible for reservation to get acquainted to high-quality academic work and prepare for PhD. This is imperative to help to contribute to a research culture and excellence in the country. So we can conclude by saying that the government needs to take a decision that is definitely based on an equity principle, which is guaranteed by the Constitution of India, and everybody should get an equal opportunity. We need to understand that historical distortions are corrected through affirmative action such as compensatory discrimination. At the same time, there needs to be a massive investment in education to raise capability of students. Progressive redistribution includes equal opportunity at the school level. and this would help to strengthen diversity also. Let's move on to the second article. The second article is called Discouraging Numbers. These numbers that we are talking about is the National Family Health Survey numbers, and they are discouraging in the 22 states of for which the National Family Health Survey has brought out the statistics, has published the statistics. It is a very important survey. We need to know some facts about the survey. So, for 5 rounds of the survey have been carried out. We need to know the years in which they have been carried out. Apart from that, let's understand the slides. The first slide is on the vocabulary. We need to understand three terms. The first is anthropometric. We all know metric is related to measurements, but anthropometric is the scientific study of measurements and proportions of the human body. The second is debilitating, which means to weaken, and it's a verb. And the third is anecdotal. When something is based on personal opinion, it is not based on research or facts. It is called anecdotal. Let's see the history of the National Family Health Survey. So, National Family Health Surveys are large-scale, multi-round surveys conducted in representative households. The first National Family Health Survey was carried out in the year 1992-93. So, for 5 rounds of the National Family Health Survey have been carried out. The fifth round has been carried out in the year 1920. It is the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare which is designated, which is a nodal agency for providing coordination and technical guidance. But it is the International Institute of Population Sciences, Mumbai, which is the nodal agency for carrying out the surveys. Let's focus on the findings of the of the fifth survey round of the National Family Health Survey. It has released a partial report that speaks volumes about 22 states and union territories. The metrics are disappointing when it comes to child nutrition and adult anthropometric measures, which suggest a low quality of life. At the same time, it has mentioned that four key matrices of child nutrition have decreased in the National Family Health Survey 5 compared to the earlier, that is the fourth survey. Let's talk about the states which have shown a wrong performance, a negative performance. Gujarat, Maharashtra, West Bengal have shown an increase in the anemic cases and of wasted children. That is low weight for height means wasted children when it is compared to the family health survey that was carried out in the year 2005-6 and in the year 15-16. 13 states have shown an increase of childhood stunting, that is low height for weight, compared to the fourth survey, compared to the fourth round. Bihar has shown an increase when it comes to stunted children, but when it has the highest percentage of stunted children compared to the other states, that is 42.9%. A pandemic has also created a negative impact on the nutrition and all the health and bringing about a low quality of life. It has brought about the economic recession, because of which the purchasing power of people has reduced because of an increase in the inflation. The food consumption and food security for impoverished has decreased for impoverished Indians. Let's see the other side. That was one side of the coin. The other side of the coin speaks about some positive indices also. Access to cooking and clean cooking fuel has shown a positive increase in this survey. There has been a decrease in spousal violence in 17 out of the 22 states. Child marriage has reduced in 18 out of the 22 states. Access to bank accounts has increased when it is compared to the fourth round of the survey. So these are some positive outcomes of the fifth survey. We can conclude by saying that the overall anthropometric measures are poor. There needs to be a reworking on them. We need to revisit the Poshan Abhiyan that was declared, which is a flagship program of the government of India, started from the state of Rajasthan, focusing on the nutritional outcome of children, pregnant women, and lactating mothers. We need to revisit this. At the same time, we need to face the challenge that has been posed by the COVID pandemic in terms of food accessibility and availability. We also need to focus on meeting the UN Sustainable Development Goals with bringing about a balance between the economic growth and general welfare of the citizens. Both are equally important. So that is all about this article. Thank you. See you in the next session with a new editorial analysis. Thank you.